All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Lesson by Lesson, A Course in Miracles. Today,
Yeah.
we're going to be diving into Lesson 27,
Okay.
which is called Above All Else, I Want to See.
Oh, I'd like that.
And I think it follows on really beautifully from yesterday's lesson, where we were talking about perception
Right.
and how perception shapes reality.
Uh-huh.
So we're taking that idea
Okay.
and we're going a step further with it today.
I'm excited.
It seems like this one's all about
Yeah.
actually choosing to see things differently.
Yes.
And I'm really curious to see where this one goes because,
Yeah.
we talk a lot about perception on the show, but
We do.
this is like the next level of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
How do we put that knowledge into action?
Right, exactly. How do we live it?
So, Lesson 27. Above all else, I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
What is it actually about?
So this lesson is all about going beyond just like the surface level
Okay.
of what we see and like our judgments about things.
Mhm.
And it's about getting to like truly see the world and the people around us.
Interesting.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it's not just about seeing with our physical eyes.
No, not at all.
It's
No.
about,
It's about kind of upgrading our mental software, I always say,
I like that.
like getting rid of that old,
Yeah.
Windows 95 and getting something a little bit more updated.
That's a great analogy. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
switching from dial-up to broadband.
Yes, exactly. It's about seeing with our hearts, with love and with understanding
Okay.
instead of fear and separation.
So why is this so important?
Well, because the way we see things really impacts our experience of the world.
Okay.
Right. Like if we're constantly seeing things through a lens of judgment and
Right.
negativity, then we're going to experience a lot of like suffering and conflict.
Right.
But if we can shift our perception
Yeah.
to one of love and understanding, then we can experience more peace,
Okay.
more joy, more connection.
Yeah, so it's not just some kind of woo-woo spiritual concept.
Not at all.
It actually has
It has practical implications.
real-world consequences
Exactly.
for our lives.
Yeah, and I think for listeners of this show,
Yeah.
this is going to resonate really strongly because a lot of people are drawn to A Course in Miracles
Yeah.
because they're seeking that sense of interconnectedness
Oh,
and
yeah.
that sense of peace.
And this lesson seems to be saying that.
Right.
The key to experiencing that
Yeah,
is shifting our perception.
exactly.
So how do we actually do that?
Well, the lesson gives us a few tools.
Okay.
One of the simplest but most powerful is the daily affirmation.
Okay.
Above all else, I want to see.
Okay, so we just repeat that to ourselves.
Yeah, it's as easy as that.
Okay.
You can say it in the morning when you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You can write it down. You can put it on a sticky note.
Right.
And just have it as a reminder throughout the day.
Okay.
And it's really just about setting that intention to
Mhm.
see things differently.
So I'm thinking about
Yeah.
I can set that intention,
Right.
but then I encounter someone
Mm-hmm.
who really pushes my button.
Right. We all have those people.
How do I actually apply that affirmation
Yeah.
in that moment?
Well, the lesson actually suggests
Okay.
taking this concept and applying it to a specific relationship
Okay.
that causes you tension. So think about,
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has that person who they just can't seem to get along with
Mhm.
or who triggers those old patterns of judgment.
Right, exactly.
So instead of focusing on the frustration,
Okay.
what if you took a moment to genuinely try to see them differently?
So it's like
Yeah.
instead of seeing them through the lens of all the past experiences,
Exactly.
all the baggage that I'm carrying,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see them
Yeah.
as they are in that moment.
Right. To see their struggles, their pain, their humanity.
Okay, but that sounds really hard,
It is a practice. It's not easy.
especially if this is someone who's
Right.
really hurt me in the past.
Yeah.
How can I just
Yeah.
switch off those feelings of anger
It's not about switching off the feelings.
or resentment?
It's about choosing to see beyond them.
Okay.
So it's not about denying those feelings,
Right.
but it's about saying, okay, I see those feelings are there, but I'm also going to choose to see something else.
So I'm holding both of those things
Yeah.
at the same time.
Exactly.
The hurt and
And the potential for love.
the potential for love.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it still sounds really challenging.
It is. It's a practice and it takes time.
Are there any techniques or tools
Yeah.
that we can use to help us with this?
One technique that can be really helpful is mindful observation.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of immediately labeling everything as good or bad, right or wrong,
Yeah.
just try to observe your experience without judgment.
So if I'm stuck in traffic,
Mm-hmm.
instead of getting annoyed, I should just like observe the red brake lights.
Well, not just the brake lights, but...
And the angry faces. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe think about like...
That doesn't sound very relaxing.
No, but think about it like this. Instead of focusing on the annoyance and the frustration,
Yeah.
what if you notice like the colors of the cars?
Okay.
The way the light is filtering through the trees,
Mm-hmm.
the sounds of the city around you?
So I'm kind of shifting my attention
Exactly.
away from the
Yes.
judgment and towards
Just the experience.
just the experience of that moment.
Yeah, of the present moment.
Okay.
So it's not about necessarily...
So creating a more pleasant experience.
It's about shifting your focus.
But it's about creating some space
Exactly.
between me
For
and
the judgment.
the judgment.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But what about those like automatic reactions?
Right.
You know, when I see that person
Yeah, those triggers.
and I just get triggered,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything we can do to actually rewire those?
Visualization can be really powerful for that.
Okay.
So find a quiet space, close your eyes, and bring to mind a person or a situation that triggers you.
Yeah.
And as you breathe, just repeat that affirmation.
Okay.
Above all else, I want to see.
So I'm kind of like
Yeah.
training my mind
Exactly.
to respond differently.
Creating new neural pathways.
Wow. So it's like
Yeah.
we're literally changing
Neuroplasticity in action.
our brains
Yes.
by doing this.
And another practice that can be helpful is gratitude journaling.
Okay, we talk about gratitude a lot on this show.
We do. It's powerful.
But
yeah.
how does that fit in with this lesson?
Well, when we focus on what we're grateful for,
Mm-hmm.
it shifts our attention away from the negative,
Right.
and it helps us to see the good,
Go.
even in challenging situations.
So it's like I'm training my mind
Exactly.
to look for the positive,
To seek out the good.
to seek out the good.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
instead of seeing the world through like
Yeah.
a negativity bias,
Yes.
I'm creating a positivity bias.
A gratitude bias.
A gratitude bias. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
What's the key takeaway
Mm-hmm.
that our listeners should walk away with?
I think the key takeaway is that choosing to see differently
Mm-hmm.
is a practice.
Okay.
It's not a destination.
Right. It's
Right?
not
Like
it's not like you wake up one
I
morning,
flip a switch and
yeah,
suddenly
you're enlightened.
I see everything through the eyes of love.
Exactly. It's about consistently showing up
Okay.
with the intention to see the world
Mm-hmm.
through a lens of love and understanding.
And even if I
Yeah,
mess up,
we all do.
even if I fall back into those old patterns,
It's okay. Just start again.
I can just start again.
It's a practice.
It's a practice.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder.
Thank you for joining us today.
Of course.
There's this deep dive into Lesson 27.
Mm-hmm.
Above all else, I want to see.
Powerful lesson.
It is.
Yeah.
And we'll be back again tomorrow
Looking forward to it.
for another deep dive into A Course in Miracles.
See you then.
See you then. And in the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to keep practicing.
Yes, practice, practice, practice.
Seeing the world through a lens of love and understanding.
It makes all the difference.
It does.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.